This is BLP. This is part two. Part one was posture and hormones. Now we're going to do posture, emotion, and mix all them up. You know, kind of a neurotherapy-oriented kind of a lecture. Obviously, we'll do some hands-on and more like early development analysis to link what was the strength and the weakness. We have two people here, one in Yelena and Chris, so they're going to help us out to clarify, some free knowledge I'm going to give in the next hour. It might take a while. As you know, we live in a very, very unusual world, and it's pretty hard to decipher all the science and medicine and healing process, right? Because if you go from, evolution, cells, molecule, cellular, whatsoever, it's always an inclusive part of quark to proton to organism to living tissue. And, thinking again that the universe extends symmetrically and the human is supposed to be symmetrically in terms of symmetrical strength. Because when we say symmetry, we say both brain hemisphere in cohesion and emotional intelligence, which means we have executive functioning of sensory integration of the brain. While you train, you have optimization of your performance, because what fires together works together. And what's very interesting is nature is as much more resilient and fragile and sensible as the modern contemporary world. Think. Imagine, okay? We're going to test his quad strength, okay? We're going to go up like this. He's going to kick, kick in the air, like 5 pounds. You feel your strength, right? Okay, we have his strength. Relax, relax. This is cooperation. It's not a fighting contest. We take the muscle and we slide it off like this. You see what I did? And then he goes and he has no strength. Okay? And then we relax. We give it length. We go back again. And now he's very strong. You feel that? Okay? So just by touching like this, you weaken a muscle. Just like that, you give it power. So this is how much the body is very sensitive in some ways, because, we're always talking about myosin, actin, baroreceptor, skin receptor, sarcomere, and all those physiological muscle technicalities that, getting complex to no end. But as you see, we can give it strength or weakness as we wish. This is weak, you cannot do anything, and this is strong. So, which means, if we're going to the gym and we want to fire the entire neurology, it's much easier for personal trainer than people will think. Now we can analyze the actual strength of the grip, because you're as strong as your peripheral limb. When you look at a baby, he doesn't move with his strength. It's more a reflexes kind of thing. It's more reflex, because you start to move in the utero and then you creep to crawl to stand. So at the first very early age of development, it's reflex, which is palmar reflex. And palmar reflex is very important because it's your grip. You can link grip to lifespan, right? So we test his strength, resist, okay? Resist, you see here, there's a little bit of weakness. And here, okay, resist, even a little weaker here, right? Okay, so there's two ways to fire the strength. It's either we go palmar reflex, okay, because a baby knows how to grip from the first day in life. Tell me how much gain percentage of strength you gain. Resist, okay? About 10%. Yeah, it's not that much. You didn't work on him that much. But then if we talk to baroreceptor, mirror neurons, and we connect connective tissue, and we talk to the brain, look what we're going to do. Bring the shoulder down, knock at the elbow, muscle spindle, hands down. You see? 1, 2, 3. I said to the brain, I'm here, I'm here, I'm here. Then we test the strength. Okay? Resist, not outside, inside. Yes. Feel that? 80% gain strength. In just like this. I didn't ruffling him. I didn't twist his spinal. I didn't do anything. I just went light. That's the message, you know? Let's see this side. Okay, resist. This one has to resist tighten. Yes. Yeah, that's much better. Okay. Usually, it could have happened that you help one hand and the other hands. You know, since we know everything is energy, then we're going to connect to the spinal connection. So we press here while you resist, right? So, you know, we have good strength. Then we touch C1. Okay, it's good. C2. And then we go lower on the spinal. You see, here is very strong. Well, if we touch here, you see here it's a little bit wavy, right? Feel that?
Yeah.
Okay. So what we do is we muscle spindle neurolymphatic by the side of the spinal, just like this, just like that. And tell me how much strength you gain when we touch each other. See that? A muscle fire right away. So very easy. Fire the grip, fire the spinal. Doesn't cost anything, and you can even fire the glutes. Just putting by the pubic bone down to say to the brain, "Hey, this is where you have to go. Fire the glutes, fire the glutes." Let's try QL muscle now. Just lay down. You're going to resist with the QL, the corrélé down, right? You're going to bring you aside, and you're going to bring you in. So resist, okay? So that's very strong. Let's try the other side, okay? And resist. This is very strong. So it has no problem. We'll try on the girl, see what happens. Okay, since we have two fitness modeling here, it will be easier to create comparison. So a baby from his creeping will connect it to the ground, and you know the eyes will be his sense of where he's going. The big toes will, you know, the curious side of discovering, you know, moving, you know, more like a, you know, fighting survival or just learning to movement. You learn slowly how to connect left, right, which eventually come the walking dynamic of walking left, right. Okay, and how we analyze this, very simple. We do a test with them right away. You look at me and then you do it. Okay, you clap your hand, you cross over. You clap your hand, you cross over. You clap your hand, you cross over. Simple, just like crawling, just like walking. Go ahead. Yes. 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 Okay. We're going to go a little bit faster. So you see me nail it the first time. That's very rare. You don't see that very often. So we know we have someone that has very high coordination. You know, if Phil Heath won Mr. Olympia, it's because he had played basketball. He was aware of where his body's at, where his three-dimensional awareness is at, the hand, the flexibility, coordination. So we have an athlete here. Thank you. Your turn now. Yes. Yes. You see that fail. Let's try again. Yeah, that was not so bad. You see that it's not easy. Yeah, she nailed it. She nailed it, but not right away. Right? So that means that usually what happens is parents tend to be overprotective with girls. They don't let them crawl as much on the floor in terms of building coordination and environmental awareness. They're more holding it. Holding it is good because it's built a lot of, you know, attachment, oxytocin, you know, nervous system whatsoever. But in terms of coordination, when you're going to be an athlete later on, she has to re-imprint this tempo. The good thing about it is once you do it for 1 minute, it stays for life, which is pretty good. Okay? So the next test we do is come here, stand up. Okay? Turn around, turn around, turn around, turn around again. And make yourself fall, I will catch you up. Okay? Don't look at the fall. Okay? And you come. And go ahead. Okay, great. You see, what happened is they didn't protect themselves. They let themselves go. They trust the personal trainer or the therapist or whatsoever. Which means is why we do that at first It's because in 9 weeks in utero, it's when you develop the inner ear, and the inner ear is your connection to the environment in terms of recording process, recording communication, and it's very, all those sounds process emotion by the placenta. So we're very in a perinatal kind of psychology approach. But what we want to know is because at 9 weeks, the baby has the first reflex, which is the Moro reflex, kind of startle reflex. It's like the fear, right? I'm scared and I freeze. So if you have someone that protect is full, that means he doesn't really trust, what's going on. Cannot let go. Which means is you have someone that's more, more anxious, more nervous, less trusty, more fibromyalgia, that kind of thing. Case because if it's before your birth, there was almost too much stress. Obviously, will hinder your performance assets, right? So it's just logic, because what happened is a baby built 700 neurons per second. So everything that happened in terms of currents between the heart and the brain of the mom is your own brain development. So the way you perceive life, even relationship, is very unitary oriented. That's what neuroscientists say is lately. Okay. So since we talk about posturology, well, we have to start from the foot, right? So we're going to analyze the foot. And the best thing is we have those now, those light pedometer machine. So that gives the entire trust of what's going on in terms of ground proprioception, right? Okay. So come look it up. How much you can see the light. So we see we have pretty good feet, and it's pretty symmetrical, right? There's less pressure in the small toes, but it's not that bad. This one is a bit larger inside. Here it's in little out. Okay, so what we suspect is this feet compared to this one kind of go flatter toward the floor, which means it could change tension here. Does that hurt?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you see, this is the pain he has there. I feel the cable when I touch. You say, ow,
Yeah.
ow, ow.
Yeah.
Okay. So your ground proprioceptive, it's the same thing like a car. If you look at a car, when the wheels, it rolls straight in the street. Right? The arch of the foot, which is the abductor hallucis, is the way your popliteus will make you stand. So it has a lot of importance in terms of entire body mechanic, because the foot will pull here, it will change the knee axis, could change the hips also. Because if you think, let's say, this foot is flatter, you see we have inner rotation of the knee and then the hips. I put it maybe too much, but I just want to show you the influence of the foot on the entire kinetic chain, right? And tension here.
Yeah.
So we have tension here, and we have tension here. So that's the connection of the foot. Posturologists have a specific insole that rebuild the arch. It's a big toy. It's very expensive, but it works. So it takes a while. It's not going to happen overnight. But even though, like you say, remember I was touching the muscle, I was giving strength. So it's very easy to give mechanoreceptor weakness or strength to muscle and body connection. So that's why the insole can do so well in terms of diminishing the oscillation, obviously. Okay? So for Melina, we're going to test the jaw, right? Because why we're testing the jaw is very simple. We're bodybuilder and we're handling a lot of weight, which means, the TMJ jaw is attached to the sternomastoid and to the shoulder. So the shoulder follow the jaw occlusion bite mechanism, right? So you want to know when the person push weight, what happened in terms of symmetry, right? So you're going to leave your jaw very relaxed. You're going to go up. You're going to bring your arms up, and we're going to connect. Okay, and we see we're fairly symmetrical, almost perfect. Okay, And then she's going to clench hard. She's going to bite hard, like she was pushing three plates. She's a strong girl. And then she go. Okay. And then we connect. And it's not as bad. Let's try again. Clench. Clench, clench, clench. Okay. Just not that bad. Let's try another time. And now we have rotation. We had to try 3 times. Why it was even, and not even? It's probably kind of nervous system oriented, meaning that she was equal, and once she got a little bit stressed, the jaw went like this, right? Because if you change the jaw axis, you change the tongue, right? If you change the tongue, you alter strength, because you cannot throw an arrow that way and throw your tongue the other side. You're losing strength. Everything works in proprioceptive strength. We want to have a good example. We take Chris and we push on Chris. Okay. Now maybe let yourself go. Okay. So we see we're pretty soft. Now put your tongue on the palate. Okay. And as you see, we're much stronger. So it gives strength. That's what it means. Okay. But if we neutralize, if we neutralize the jaw, she bite on this, very sexy, with your tongue on top, okay, up, and now we're even, okay? Which means if at least you don't have to go functional orthodontics because it's very expensive replacing the jaw, you can only train with a mouthpiece to fix the issue. Okay, and since we know we had a more, where's your Samsung? See, you're about to add it, yeah. Okay, that's mine. Okay, since we know we have a more sensitive nervous system, right, because of the jaw clenching whatsoever, we're going to test cell phone on her. If she relax and then she goes up, not clenching, just relax on vision, right, because your vision modulates the horizon. We're fairly equal, right? Almost perfect. But if we put the cell phone on her, okay, because this is a Wi-Fi, and she goes up, okay, and then we connect, and we have rotation, which is worse than it is when she was clenching. So she's very sensitive to cell phone. So even if you fix your eyes, even if you neutralize your jaw, but if you train with your cell phone on you, you will have body rotation. That's the thing of the modern world, is they don't think about all those Wi-Fi, electromagnet, whatsoever, kind of industrial toxic XYZ. Next part is a shorter version of Bob Gluil muscle testing. It's a mixture of AcuConnect and acupressure, where we actually touch certain, not dermatome, but certain place in the body, very specific point, to see what happened in terms of energy. We can analyze health to some extent. It's not a truth. It's more a biomarker. It's more of an ID. Because we're just personal trainer, we're not doctor, right? So we're gonna test her, see what happened. I'll touch certain parts, liver, etc., cortisol, masterpiece, etc. Okay. So we'll test her strength. Okay. Let's see. Push like this, like a kid. Yeah, but lighter. It's very cooperative, just like this. Okay. So we see we have strength. We touch. Okay, this is thyroid function. It's okay, it's a little shaky. Mitochondria, histamine, stomach, colon, small intestine. Good. Okay. Gallbladder. Yeah. And liver, a little bit shaky. But you see her most weakness. If I touch mitochondria, it's pretty good. Good. Let's try that. Mitochondria. Okay. You see it's strong, right? But if I touch the here, then you have no strength, right? So that's just mean that the colon's a little off. So you have prebiotic. You kind of take some macrophage out, bacteria, something like oregano oil tabs. Because the liquid's pretty harsh. Let's try cortisol. No, you touch cortisol. You see that? Feel that? It's very weak. Yeah. Okay, so the cortisol is high. Most people have high cortisol. And this is the place that's kind of getting a little spooky, okay? If we take magnesium, and if we take GABA, okay, let's try it out. And we put inner end, this, which is the negative polarity, right? Because if you go like this, you have some kind of substantial strength because we're all energy, right? If she's sensitive to Wi-Fi, obviously there's kind of an electric energy, synaptic energy coming, by the water and mineral that goes on. So, like any physics, she has a negative hand and a positive hand. So if we look at the negative hand and we go into cortisol, okay, she's weak negative, and she's weak positive, okay? So that's mean the body kind of like it, which is just the part that's very strange. So we're going to go in the positive hand, see if her body retain it and like it in terms of cortisol, right? Okay, so we go, and we're strong, we're very strong. Felt that? Okay? So magnesium and GABA is good for her. Is it an absolute truth? Who knows? But if it was weak here and strong there while you touch there, well, if you're taking 15 supplements and you don't know what's work, at least you can nail either master yeast or cortisol and save money. And surprise it or not, believe it or not, it actually works pretty good. Okay, thank you. Okay, 2 short examples here, just in terms of connection to the environment, right? Because it's very important, because the proprioception is where you're at in space and where you see yourself, and if you're connecting to it, especially that we want, strength and performance at the gym. Okay, let's say just lift up your arms very slowly. Just think about that, right? You see, there's not that much strength. Okay, now do it again, just one arm, but connect with the air and the environment like you wanted to push the hair here. Term of imagination, right? You see here, we're full strong, right? So if you give visual length of your arm extension, you connect the environment, term of awareness, and you gain strength. That's what it means. Okay? Think about something very abstract, like those drawing in here. Okay? You see, we're very soft. Right? Don't fight, we're just cooperation. Okay? Think you're breathing into the ground. Okay? You're centering yourself. You feel the energy of the ground. Your foot is very stable. And you have a dragon popping up on your back. And your spinal kind of length of self. And you look far. Feel very confident. Right? In the moment present. Now push. You're very strong. Right? So that's mean that if you're in the gym and you're lost in your thoughts, well, you're kind of, wavy and bubbly and kind of confused and whatsoever, lunatic land. When you're there and you're present, I am present, sometimes it's very good to touch yourself. It has a better recording process. I am here, I'm present. Stupid as sound, it often pays. Because we live in a world that, parents are asleep far away of the baby. They feel lonely. The fight or flight mechanism is off. We're trying to create this, it's kind of dissociation and very kind of psychic. I'm losing my mind. I'm not there. You see that often with cell phone. You talk to them. You talk to your girlfriend, boyfriend, and you're just like in the wave of abstraction. So being omnipresent at the gym is a main key factor of performance. As simple as that. So just little exercise of centering or connecting to the environment is really a good thing. Yeah. Okay, so Melina, we have shoulder transverse and hips transverse. So obviously we're going to analyze the hand of her finger, see if she's symmetrical. So now we bring those together, and you see that she's shorter on this side, right? You see there's a big, maybe 5 millimeter difference. Okay, is it a real short leg? Is it related to the jaw? Is it the vision that kind of go off and it changed the way she tilted to compensate with the horizon. But I'll show you a very funky trick that you can use. Here, go down. Okay. So it was this leg shoulder, right? Okay. So we touch the body like this. Okay. And we work with mind-body connection, right? Because the mind is very strong. It's much stronger than people think. So we relax and you breathe slowly. Put your hand aside of you. Okay. Under the vagus nerve, under breathing extension. Okay. Now you gotta think that my hand goes behind your bone and you feel your bone marrow, feel your muscle. Imagine that your body lengthen and repair itself. This is Reiki to some extent. I'll go for 10, 9, 8, 6. Okay, come back. Okay, relax, touch. Okay, and now we're even, right? We give it 5 milliliter length, touching her legs for 40 seconds. What that means is touching is very healthy. You know, kids will go in school and now they refrain from touching each other in terms of education. It makes no sense because as you see, we touch only the spine a little bit. Whoops, it fires. We touch someone's legs. Whoops, it's lengthened. So there's very a moral conflict on the importance of touching in terms of social energy. That's why that, couple that kind of sleep together, touch together, very cooperative physically, they really kind of go more in of a soulmate kind of process. So what I want to say is embrace love and touch your partner. Very important. Yes. So Milena had walked, a few minutes around to resettle herself at her normal state. Okay, and we gotta connect, and now we're short. We're still short. Okay, not as much, maybe 3, 4. Okay, but still, it's not needed. Okay, so you're gonna lay down here, lay down on your back, right here. Lay down completely. Put your knees in the air. Okay, let your hands fall, your head fall. Relax. Close your eyes and breathe and let your body go. Okay. So what we're doing now, we're working archaic reflex. No matter if you're 200 pounds, 300 pounds, feel heat, green, we're all a baby one day, which means you might not remember before you were in utero, but the brain stem, the primitive, the archaic part of the brain never forget. So we're building in utero movement. Because why? The nervous system loves rhythm. We want the body to let go. We want the head to follow my push. Okay? And it's very easy. Kind of funky to do that in the gym, but you can do it at home before you go to the gym, right? So this very parasympathetic, good thing for the nervous system where she come down, come up, come. Okay. Connect, and now we're even. So 40-second warm up, just rocking the body. No matter how freaking big your, personal you train it with, it always works because it's just nature, right? So let's continue in terms of early development analysis. When we want to work it, and we want to see if there's cerebellum coordination in terms of peripheral limb. Meaning, if she's able to move one arm on one side and the legs on the other side. Because that will prove that in terms of reflex integration, she has vision and feet in her ear working all together, right? Because remember, Milena failed that test, right? So we're going to see what happened in terms of this. So turn your arms like this and turn your legs on the opposite side. And she can do it. Yes. Okay, so we have good coordination. Okay, so we have a good athlete, so that's why she's in good shape. Because what happens is if you're connected like this, well, you have a less chance of injury, pure and simple, right? You work the in utero exercise, you can work Babinski reflex, Palmer reflex, there's specific exercise you can look on YouTube, but this is a proof that the body works alone. Let's say the athlete can't. So what I could do is grab the legs, because the body works with mirror neuron, and I turn with her a few times to prove and show to her body and the brain how it works. And then with few repetitions, like rehabilitation, she will eventually pick it up, right? So that's very good. Thank you. So this is Chris sleeping the way he's sleeping normally. And we see that we have the diaphragm on the mattress, which help you to properly breathe. So my guess, if you properly breathe, you probably sleep with a closed mouth. That's my guess. Are you?
Yeah.
Yes.
I am.
Okay? Because a baby will fall asleep the way you position him or her. Okay? And you see here, you can look left, right, and we have peripheral limb. Okay? So if we test the ulnar nerve strength, right? Hold it as tight as you can. We're still very good. And here, we're still very good, right? So the way you sleep, it doesn't diminish brain connection to peripheral limb ulnar nerve strength, which is a very good Nick Desjardins trick, obviously. But let's say we're sleeping on the side. Sleep on the side just for fun, okay? And you sleep on the side, and then we test this strength here, okay? And we see we have no strength, which means when you sleep on his shoulder, hand weakness. So if your hand is weak, obviously it will diminish and have a less chance of muscle recovery. Okay, that's why it's good for him to sleep on the belly, like he has this actual habit. You know, I think that they turned the baby on the back in the 90s, and I have no clue what it does, but because if you sleep on your belly, you kind of harsh yourself, which give good spinal flexibility, which give body extension, which give chance to connect with the environment, you know. Because if you're on your back, you cannot touch anything to the butt, but if you can touch on your belly, your foot touching the mattress and your hands touching the mattress, you have more palmar reflex development, obviously, which will give you grip later on. It's all about grip, right? Why it's so much about grip? Sit, my friend. Well, it's very simple. I'm going to do a trick with Chris. You're going to breathe like this. Okay. And you see we have breathing in the chest. Then we touch all finger all together. Okay. And then you breathe. And you see that it goes deeper, right? So which means better the grip, better the oxygen assimilation. Better the oxygen, better extension of muscle. Because, you know, people, they think astonishingly about the perfect drugs, perfect hormones, perfect peptide, perfect immunomodulation. But if you don't think survival process first, like oxygen process, how do you breathe through your nose or your mouth? What's the way you breathe in terms of grip and strength and oxidation of your stomach too, because oxygen changes the alkalinity of the stomach. It's very important for a personal trainer to know how your athlete does breathe. It's primordial. Okay, good. So we'll do another test with Milena here. The test is asymmetric tonic exercise, right? To see if it's integrated in terms of coordination again, reflex integration, sensory integration. Okay, so it's very easy. You follow your eye to the cell phone and you lift up the opposite side of the legs. You go like this, and you go like this. You go like this, and you go like this. And you kind of count 1, 2, 1, 2. You see, even me, I'm a little unstable. Let's try you. Okay. And then
So
you follow, and then you lift up the opposite legs as you turn, but you remain straight.
Okay.
Just turns like this. So you go like this, and then you go the opposite side. Now we change ends. We change ends too.
Okay, you change ends.
Yes.
Okay, so if I
Like
do that.
this, yes, and like that. And like this, and like that. Yes, and like this. It's very good. So because she had the cerebellum coordination, her asymmetric tonic reflex is integrated, which is again very rare today. If you have someone that has less of a genetics, a guy that cannot grow easy and have struggle putting mass on whatever he does, how much he's dosing whatsoever on steroids or GH or whatever he spends, doesn't seem to make happen. It's often just because of simple exercise like this. You can fire it and then you will have a better span in terms of functional neurology, right? Because now that they understand the brain, it's much easier to give performance in terms of what's lacking in your development. It's just you understand proprioception, you understand the baby development, you understand the outlook of performance, and you have the missing tool to have the best athlete. What I mean by that is, let's say you have tons of money and you can afford tons of supplements, and you're the average Joe that wants a pro card, right? You hear that pretty often now on Facebook. The guy's 180 and then he wants to, I want to be a pro, I'll be the biggest as I can. Well, now today, if you have a good trainer and good knowledge, you could actually can, because it's not all about genetic. 50% of it is the environment you're growing in terms of nurturing, the nurturing aspect of the environmental or your development, which means if it's not optimal, you could add them up and make it happen. Simple as that. Okay. Bender trick, very easy. It's called neuro-linguistic programming. It's very, very popular right now, especially in the corporate world, in the finance, persuasion, whatsoever, selling, buying stuff. But it's actually very good for in the gym too, because no matter what, emotion has a lot of influence in terms of apply, neuro, endo, psycho, whatsoever. So emotion are very important. Let's say you're a personal trainer and the guy at the gym, he's always talking about his ex-girlfriend. I say, my ex-girlfriend, my ex-girlfriend, my ex-girlfriend. And there's kind of a cycle of bad thoughts going on. So that's when you can use NLP at the gym. You can use NLP anywhere, actually. So let's do that exercise. Okay. Think about something you did 10 years ago. What is it?
What did I do 10 years ago?
Yeah.
10 years ago when I was 13 years old, I just jumped through from a rooftop.
So when you think about it, where is it in your, imaginary projection? If you could touch it, show me where is
it's
it?
pretty far.
Very far, but it's in front of you.
It's in front of me. But
it's in front of you,
yeah.
okay? There's a big difference between putting your memory in front of you and behind you, because in front of you, you're looking at it, but from far away. How about 5 years ago?
5 years ago, I moved in my first apartment.
Okay.
That's what I did.
And where is it?
Right there.
Right here?
Yeah, right here.
Right here.
Yeah.
So 10 years very far away, 5 years right here. And about a year ago?
I moved along for the first time ever, bought a new condo.
Where is it?
Where the condo is? It's right here.
Right here.
Right
so
here.
it gets closer.
It gets closer, yeah.
How about something you did yesterday?
What did I do yesterday? Okay. I went to shop for some clothes.
Yeah. And where is it? You think about that. So
right,
your closer it is, closer is it to you.
To me, yeah.
Okay. So if we think about something that's very boring to eat.
Boring to eat?
Yeah, something like lame, like very bland, very
asparagus.
Okay, so when you think about that, where is it? It's behind you.
So
the I don't care. The I don't care is the back of him, but where I remember is in front of him. Pretty simple, right? It's not the end of the world. Think something very funny. Let me know where is it.
Something funny should be close to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So think about it clearly. Close your eyes. Think about it, and let me know where is it.
About right here.
Okay, so right
Right
here.
here. Same thing as the.
So here, right? Okay. Good. Okay. So we're gonna take your ex-girlfriend face, all right?
Mhm.
Is she here or she's there?
She's there.
She's there. She's more the creative part. We think we don't know, but whatever. She's here. Okay. So you're gonna think about her face, okay? And you're gonna throw her in the past. You're gonna put her in I don't care. You're gonna put it where it's neutral and where it's funny. Okay?
Okay, good.
But while you do that, you make her very small at each step. And each step you make black, white, black, white, black, white. Black, white, black, white, black, white. Change the image. Okay? So we're gonna do it 3 times together.
Okay, good.
Okay, so we see her face, we put it 10 years ago, made it tiny, tiny like this, we make her black, white, black, white, black, white. In the don't care region, you know, really I don't care, you know, I really don't care. Okay, neutral and funny, all right? Take her face 10 years ago, very tiny, as much far as you can. Black, white, black, white, black, white. Funny parts, right?
Yeah.
It's funny, it's funny, it's funny. Laugh, yeah, okay, good. Okay. So take her face, put it far, 10 years ago. I don't care. Put it 10 years ago, tiny. Neutral. Take her face, okay? And now you're gonna do it 3 times on your own.
On my own.
On your own,
Right.
and each time you go faster and faster and faster.
Do I close my eyes?
Yes, and you close your eyes, but each time you're done, you open your eyes, you close it, and you do it 3
Perfect.
times.
Perfect.
Okay. Okay. Can you see her
Not anymore.
anymore?
Not anymore.
You can. Because the brain works by association and places. You think about someone, it made you feel like that, it changed your postural pattern, and you follow your entire cognitive energy. So humans are very, philosophical, ideological, whatsoever. But in terms of projection, it's like a computer. You know those high-tech movie when you have Mission Impossible and they change the flip screen? Well, it works like that, actually. The brain works like that. So if you flip someone to another region, it's gone. She went probably never going to see her face ever again, even though she was a nice person. But it's like that, right? So you clean up situation, people, whatsoever, and LP power. Thank you, my friend.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for coming.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Tell a trusted friend, parent, or adult where bullying starts.